Hello everybody, I'm Ronnie with Whip and Chain alongside Maggie and Lauren, and I wanted to show you how to crochet this beautiful mitt for the ovens. Pull things out of your oven. It's made out of 100% cotton. I do not recommend the acrylic with it because acrylic will kind of, I don't want to use the word melt, but it'll leave burn marks on there, and I think there's a good chance that it could melt and you could get severe burns. So I would always recommend using 100% cotton. And I use, no, this is a different color obviously, but this is the brand that I use, Sugar and Cream. If you want to do a Christmas color one, this color is called Mistletoe. And one of these is enough to make the whole pot holder. It's beautiful. You can use them just as seasonal decorations, or they do function. And I did make another one in red. I'm kind of favored towards the white, but some other people say they love the red. I think they're both gorgeous, and it's a very easy pattern, and it's a puff stitch. So let's get started. The things that we're going to need today is a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook, H, wonderful pair of scissors, some darning needles, your 100% cotton yarn, 100% cotton, okay, and I think that's it. Let's get started, okay? Oh, yes, I knew there was something else I was missing. I suggest you'll see my thought process behind this, but I do recommend some stitch markers. Or if you have one of those little rings that go on your finger where you can count, where it keeps track of counting, you can also use that, or you can just remember what you did. I'm forever questioning myself on count, so I have learned over years of having to go back and recount and wasting lots of time. I just use my markers or my stitch counter. That really works quite well for me. All right, so let's get your yarn ready. All right, I need you to chain 23. So you start with your regular slip knot, right? Just chain 23. Try not to be a very tight crocheter. Try to be a little on the looser side for this. It will really work in your favor. I am a tight crocheter. I think Maggie told me she started doing one of these and it was too tight, and then when she did a looser stitch it really came together much faster for her. So all right, 23 guys. 1, and 23. Okay, now here's your chain. Chain consists of multiple parts of it when people are talking about where to go in and how to do things. You got your front of your chain right here. What you have is you have your top loop right there. You have a bottom loop which would be right there. And sometimes on different rows, they'll ask you to go through both the loops like that. But if you turn this around, each stitch has a little bump on it. Everyone does. So if you chain 23, you have 23 bumps. For just the next row only, we'll be going through these back humps because it'll leave the bottom of your pad. If you don't, it won't be too flexible. It'll like be tighter down here, and you don't want that. Okay. So now you got your chain of 23. So I want you to count the third chain. 1, 2, 3. Put your finger on it and turn it upside down. Okay. And here's your third chain. So I want you to do a half double crochet in that third chain from the hook. Okay. And then usually once you get your first hump in, the rest of them kind of pop up at you. And I want you to just keep doing half double crochet and all the humps going down. Pull you out a little bit here. So sometimes they need assistance, but just take your time. You'll be able to get them all. So while I'm doing this, I'll talk to you about our Facebook page. We have a Facebook page. It's called Whip and Chain, and Maggie runs that page for the most part. She's very good at it. And I'll give opinions once in a while, but she's just really good at it. Anyway, so if you go over there and you join our group, and if you display some of the work that you're working on or some work on one of the tutorials that we did, you will automatically be entered in a drawing for a giveaway. We're giving away some of the work that we've done to show you how to make different projects. And all you have to do to be entered is to show some of your work, your creativity. The more you're active on the page, talking and showing your stuff and asking questions. If there's certain things that you want to see a tutorial on, please, by all means, speak up and let us know. I would be more than happy to do my best in helping you with that. But Maggie and I do have regular full-time jobs, so if you do ask a question on there, if it takes us a little bit to get back to you, that's the only reason. But we both did this crochet project that we started. We absolutely adore it. This yarn can split, so be careful. Making sure you're getting all of it when you go in that back hump, because if you miss a couple pieces of it, it can actually look like it's frayed. You really don't want that. My personal opinion is this is the slowest round of the entire project. All right. If you actually watched how I did, notice that I am not a fast crocheter. Some of you might actually be ahead of me, which is really okay. There's nothing wrong with being a little slower or fast. Okay. Now, when I do tutorials, I'm going to try to really focus on the edges so you can see how the edges are done. All right, let me bring it in so you can see. So the next row is the beginning of the tree, the bottom part. So trust the process. Either on your count or on your finger, or you can do what I'm doing. I'm using my stitch markers. I'm going to, one went flying, but I'm going to put two together to remind me what I'm doing. Okay. So first thing for the edge, put your finger on the first chain. I want you to chain two, 1 and 2, and in that first chain still, okay, right here, I want you to put 1/2 double crochet, okay, and then another 1/2 double crochet in the next stitch, and there's your 2. That's what the 2 stitch markers are for. Now we're going to start doing our puff stitches, but we had 2 half doubles in the front of the chain. We want to end with 2 regular half doubles at the end. All right, I got you really close on my hands. Okay, now puff stitch. Wrap the hook. You go in the full stitch under both chains, okay? Grab yarn, come on up. You got 3 on the hook. Wrap your hook, go back in, grab more yarn, come on up. Now you have 5 on your hook. Wrap your hook one more time. Go in, grab more yarn, come on back up. And you got 3, 4, 5, 7. You wrap your hook and you go through all 7. Okay? And then in the very next stitch, you just half double crochet. Do not put a chain or anything. Let's do it again. Wrap, going in the full chain, grab yarn, come on up, wrap it, go in, grab more, and one more time, 3rd time's a charm. And then you wrap and you go through all of them. And in the very next stitch, put a half double. I want you to continue this all the way down until your last 2 spots where you will have 2 half double crochets. All of them. And then half double. Wrap. Make sure you try to keep a little loose at this. If you make this too tight, your hook isn't going to want to go through. So when you do these puff stitches, you will always do them on the back because they pop out on the other side. So for the in-between rows, you'll just do a whole row of half double crochets. Okay. Now I have 2 stitches left, so I'll do 2 half doubles. Okay. Now before I do anything, because I did 2 and 2 half doubles, the next time I do it, it'll be 3. And that's exactly what this is for, because if you have to set the project down and work on it again at a different time or day, you can hook this right onto the project and you'll know what your next row should be. Let's start with the edging. Remember, finger on the chain, chain 2, and then this row is just all half double crochets all the way down. Okay, coming down to the edge. Okay, and you will see your first set of puff stitches. Okay, so I want you to turn your work. Remember your stitch markers. There's 3. So how do we do the edge? Put our finger on the first chain, chain 2, or first stitch, sorry. Now we do 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. After we do the 3 half double crochets, that's when we start our puff stitch. 1, 2, 3. Go through them all. Then a half double. Do one more with you. Half double. Now you'll do this all the way down until your last 3 stitches are just half double crochets. Then the next row will be a straight row of half double crochets. Then when you do your puff stitch row, you add another one on here, and it'll be 4. When you get to the very top where there's only 1 puff stitch, after you finish that row, I want you to do 1 more whole row of just half double crochets. Okay? Now, when you watch this video, if you struggle with anything or something you didn't understand, just come on our Facebook page and post something saying that you're having a little trouble, you need a little help, and we'll be more than happy to help you with that. Okay, when you're done that, what I need you to do is a second panel, same size, you chain 23, You chain 23 and you just do a panel the same width as the puff stitch one, but without the puff stitches. Okay, so now what I want you to do is you put your two pieces together. What I like to do is I try to line them up. Let me focus you out a little bit so you can see. Try to line them up to the best you can, and you can take some, well, maybe you can put them to the top. Yeah, you can put some stitch markers in just to try to keep you on track so the project don't get lopsided. My dog must be sitting at the door crying for me. Okay, put as many of these in as you feel you need. There's no right or wrong amount. Okay, so I want you to start with your slip knot, and I want you to put your hook through the, not the very corner stitch, one stitch in. There. Wrap the hook. I never take out any bloopers that I do for multiple reasons. I'm not that good at editing, but also I want you to see that we all have oopses and it happens. So put your yarn on your hook, go through and chain one. Okay, in that same stitch I want you to do a half double crochet and then a half double crochet in each set of chains going all the way down. Now you can do a different color. I tried it in a different color and I personally wasn't a fan, because if you fumble on your stitches just a little bit, it'll be very, very noticeable. Okay, so I'm just doing half double crochets all the way down. Now, if you guys decide you want to hang these in your kitchen, you can put a little loop on the end to hang them up. These are very functional pot holders, but if you want to just use them as decoration, they store up, they wash very well. You can wash them. I always just dry mine on my drying rack. I'm not a fan of putting these in the dryer, but other people have told me that they do fine. So I have never done it, so I can't attest to that. So we're coming down on a corner, and this is the corner where I decide if I want to loop. I decide I do. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm in the corner, chain one half double crochet in the corner. Then I want you to chain 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And come right back into that corner, and I want you to do another half double crochet. Okay, and then one more half double crochet in all in that corner. So each corner will get 3 half double crochets. Now, the cool thing about these, if you have your ends, you're more than welcome to tuck them in. There's no reason you have to really stress about them. You can't see them through the project. Okay. So now when you do an edge where it's jagged like this, just try to keep as close to the edging as you can and do your half doubles as smoothly as you can. And see, you do have to struggle, push it. Okay. That's all you need to do. Just try to keep to the edge. Don't rush yourself. If something doesn't look right, it's really okay. Take it out and see if you're able to redo it. Now this pot holder that I'm making, along with the red and white one, these will all be going into the giveaway at the end of the month. We're excited about that. So when you get down this side with the corner just gets 3 double crochets. So the only thing that you should need to hide is your ending strand when you cut. Very nice, isn't it? I am not a fan of hiding. We have to do it. Just saying, I'm not a fan. That's 1, 2, and 3. And that's all you do. You finish going around the bottom and the other side. And there she is. So it's all half double crochet. You can do a chain 11, chain 10 if you want it a little longer, do a chain maybe 14, your discretion. And there she is. She'll be two-sided. And like I said, all these extra pieces can be thrown in there. And then you won't even see them. Isn't that great? And that's what we come up with. So there's a green one, there's a white one, and there's a red with the white border. And as you can see, when you have to do your stitches a little different, see what I mean? You can see the difference. If you like that look, that's absolutely fine. It is a personal preference. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you so very much for all the love and the support that Maggie, Lauren, and I are getting on this journey of helping you learn to crochet. We're going to try to keep most of the patterns we do as basic as we can for now until our followers are quite ready for something a little more. And that's really okay. If I post something and it's a little too difficult, all you have to do is let me know. We will change it. We will do something different. Like always, if this tutorial was helpful, please hit that subscribe button and come over to Facebook and join our Facebook group for crocheting under whip and chain. Until then, happy crocheting, everybody. Enjoy it. Bye-bye.